Staying dry in the rain, should you walk or run? On those gloomy, rainy days when you've forgotten your rain jacket or umbrella, staying as dry as possible becomes a priority. The common dilemma is whether it's better to walk or run when trying to minimize exposure to raindrops. The question arises because, on one hand, running means smashing into more raindrops from the side, but on the other hand, walking exposes you to the constant shower of rain from above. This article delves into the physics behind the wetness factor and provides insight into the most efficient way to reach your destination while staying as dry as possible. The constant rain from above. Imagine that as you move, you are continually stepping out of the way of one falling raindrop only to move into the path of another. Therefore, the amount of rain hitting the top of your head remains constant, regardless of your speed. In other words, you experience the same amount of rain from above whether you walk or run. To visualize this, consider that the raindrops themselves are stationary, and you and the earth beneath you are moving upward through the rain. The parallelepiped principle. The concept can be explained using the parallelepiped principle, a three-dimensional parallelogram-like shape that maintains a constant volume regardless of its slant. This principle holds that no matter how fast you move horizontally, the same amount of rain will land on top of you each second. Therefore, from this perspective, your speed does not affect the amount of rain that falls from above. Rain from the side. When you're stationary, the rain from above is the only concern. However, as you move, you run into raindrops from the side, which makes you wetter. The more you move, the more raindrops you collide with from the side. Therefore, if you wish to stay driest at any given moment, you should stand still. But, if you have a destination to reach, standing still is not a practical option. Minimizing wetness during travel. When you're trying to get from point A to point B, your goal is to minimize the total amount of rain you encounter during your journey. The amount of rain you run into from the side is not dependent on your speed, similar to how a snowplow clears the same amount of snow from a road regardless of its speed. In this case, visualizing parallelepipeds again can provide clarity. Over a given period of time, the same amount of rain will hit you from above, irrespective of your speed. Similarly, over a given distance, you'll encounter the same amount of rain from the side, regardless of how fast you're moving. Therefore, your total wetness is determined by the wetness per second from the rain above, multiplied by the amount of time you spend in the rain, added to the wetness per meter from the rain hitting you from the side, and multiplied by the distance you travel. Conclusion. In conclusion, if you're looking to stay driest while moving from one point to another, your focus should be on minimizing the amount of water falling onto you from above. This can be achieved by getting out of the rain as quickly as possible. While running does make you encounter more raindrops from the side, it does not affect the constant shower from above. So, when it's pouring and you need to reach your destination, embrace a brisk pace, and find cover swiftly to reduce your exposure to rain. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you like my channel, please hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment to support me.